Thomas, you're familiar with the defendant playing blackjack and other card games at the casino, correct?
Of course.
You've actually seen her lose $1,000 in a single hand.
And win some, yeah?
In fact, you've seen her lose $100,000 in a single day.
One day I did, yeah. But again, there was that big jackpot too.
But you don't know how much she won that day, do you?
Not really. It had to have been more than
So,
50.
no, you don't know how much she won.
It had to have been more than about 50,000 because of the table she was in.
Moving on to April 16th. 2 p.m. they both walked in, correct?
That's correct.
Bancroft sat directly across from you,
Right in the middle slot, yeah.
and then to your left was Covington.
To my left, yes.
Yes. And then, do you see anything odd when they came to in the casino?
Not that I remember.
It wasn't odd, they had briefcases?
It was a little funny, but I mean, they're both.
I mean,
business
in
people.
fact, you've never seen a briefcase on the VIP room
Objection,
or the
Your
casino
Honor.
floor ever.
Please allow the witness to fully answer the question.
Sustained.
A minute to... So, it was odd that they had briefcases. Yes or no?
I would have to say yes.
In fact, you've never seen a briefcase on the casino floor or the VIP room ever in your time working at the Black Bear Casino.
I've been there for 3 years. I don't remember everybody. I've never seen any regulars come in with briefcases, but I can't say ever.
So no, you've never seen Bancroft or Covington with a briefcase ever in the casino.
I've seen them in the casino.
No, with a briefcase.
Oh, with the briefcase? No, not that I recall.
Thank you. So like you said, Bancroft was across from you and Covington was to your left.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness has already testified to that.
I'm just clarifying so we can get back to this point.
Overruled.
At any time, did anyone else sit down at that table they were playing blackjack at?
When they were playing blackjack?
Yes.
Well, they had finished the game, and then one of our regulars, Casey Kelly, came in.
And where did he sit?
He said to my far right.
Let's see. Far right?
Yes.
Covington was directly across from you. I mean, Bancroft was directly across from you, and then Covington was to your left.
Mhm.
Correct?
Mhm.
So if I was Bancroft, the honor would be Casey Kelly, correct?
Not really.
A little bit close, farther, because the table would be more here, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
What do you say to that, counsel?
Your Honor, relevance is already a low bar, and because he is the witness to both the defendant and Avery Bancroft sitting at the table, he should be able to describe where they're sitting.
I'll overrule the objection at this time. I believe that counsel is trying to establish a picture for the jury.
So, Casey Kelly sitting here, right? So when Casey Kelly came in, you started to deal him in and adjust his chips, correct?
Yeah.
So you were focused on doing that and didn't pay attention to Covington leave, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
Your Honor, if I may, he was paying attention to the chips and the cards being dealt to the new player. So I'm asking if, because he was focusing on someone completely different, if he was paying attention to someone leaving the table.
At this time, I'll overrule the objection, but continue to lay your foundation properly, counsel.
So while giving the chips to the new player and the cards, you did not pay attention to Covington's exit from the table.
Well, he already had chips, so I didn't have to give him any chips. I was dealing cards to him, but as a dealer, you have to be aware of everything that's going on at your table, because there's the card counting, there's cheaters, there's...
But no, you did not pay attention to Covington's
Objection,
exit.
Your Honor. Opposing counsel is arguing with the witness.
I'll overrule it.
Again, yes or no to paying attention to Covington's exit from the table when you were setting up the new player.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
While setting up Casey Kelly at the table, you were not paying attention to her exit. Yes or no?
Yes?
But you didn't say anything suspicious, correct?
Correct.
Saying you were paying attention and said Casey Kelly was here. So your focus was here, correct?
Correct.
Would you mind keeping your focus here for me?
Okay.
Again, Bancroft was here. Covington was sitting curved here, while his focus was on, use her as a reference point. Does it matter? Can you notice any difference in how I'm picking things up?
Yeah, I used your right hand, your left hand, and then you went up with both hands.
But none of that's suspicious, correct?
Right now it is.
How someone picks something up is not suspicious, correct?
How someone picks something up?
Yes.
I don't know, why is it on the ground?
Both the defendant and Avery Bancroft had briefcases on the ground under the table, correct?
On the table, yes.
Under the table or on the table?
Under the table.
Thank you. So, when someone exits the table when they brought briefcases in, it is not suspicious to pick up a briefcase.
No, why would it be?
So it does make sense to you that a switch could happen at your table.
It doesn't make sense to me about what switch.
A switch of briefcases, Mr. Thomas. It does make sense to you that a switch could happen.
I can hand someone something, yes.
Mr. Thomas, the question is, it does make sense a switch could happen at your table, not whether or not you are handing someone something. So yes or no, doesn't it make sense that a switch could happen?
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is still continuing to badger the witness.
Sustained.
Your Honor, am I allowed to ask opposing counsel if they have a copy of the defendant's affidavit?
You cannot.
All right. Does it make sense to you? Yes or no, that a switch could happen?
Objection,
at
Your
your
Honor.
table?
Opposing counsel is continuing to ask the same question to the witness four times.
Your Honor, if I may,
You may.
I am asking this same question again because I've not gotten an answer to my question. His answer is whether or not he gave something to someone else. I'm asking if Avery Bancroft or Chase Covington, if it makes sense to him, they could have switched briefcases at the table. He's not answered that question once.
I'll overrule the objection.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
Please.
So, does it make sense that Chase Covington and Avery Bancroft switched at your table?
Switch.
Briefcases.
I don't understand what you mean by make sense. Like, can they do it? Yes, they can. I mean, they can
Thank
do
you.
a lot.
That's no further questions.